Hey everyone, this is Prince Watercrest, and welcome back to Let's Play Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers 2. In the last episode, we followed Fat Cat into a ship and into a warehouse, but we found out the warehouse was refrigerated and we had to escape while he got away. And now we follow him into a haunted house where the Urn of the Pharaohs has been opened. So we now have to get to the Urn of the Pharaohs, close it, and maybe catch up with Fat Cat. And we got quite a few enemies to deal with, such as these dog ghosts that chase after you, as well as these candle enemies. The candle enemies take 2 hits to kill. The first hit stuns them. The second hit kills them. And not only do they go after you, but they also jump around as well. And that can make them very, very annoying. Also, some of these ghost dogs, instead of moving forward, they will move around in a circle and stay in one spot. If they do that, they will come at you if you get close. Thankfully, you can hide in a crate to take care of those ghosts. And it also works well with the candles as well. Also, don't worry about the door knockers making that door knocking noise. It's just there for environment and aesthetic, really. And now it's time for the second section. We're going to meet a new enemy here, as you'll soon see. When the room goes dark in certain sections, you'll meet these clouds. These clouds cannot be destroyed and they will come after you. You just want to avoid them until the lights come back on. It should also be noted, whenever the lights go off, these portraits change into something a little more scary, kind of like the Haunted Mansion in Disney World, which I've recently covered in Adventures in the Magic Kingdom not too long ago. Kind of weird that they were on rails right now, unlike the first game, where you could go pretty much anywhere you wanted, kinda. You did have an overworld map and you didn't have to play every level, but here, you have to play every level you're given. Also, we're back here, I might as well go ahead and mention it. Going here, you'll get healed. From here, you'll have to go up. And thankfully, I was able to hit that ghost dog. In here's the boss, which is this mummified cat or dog enemy. That is one of his 2 forms of attack. He just moves to the left and drops balls. Sometimes he'll do it fast, sometimes he'll do it slow. Other times he'll shoot projectiles at you and you have to avoid them. He shoots one from the right side of the screen first, then he goes to the middle. When he shoots that second projectile, you can safely walk under him. He doesn't give you a ball to throw at him during that attack pattern though. So you have to wait for either the slow move to the left or the fast move to the left where he doesn't throw projectiles at you. This boss takes a little time to get used to. A couple of playthroughs did it for me. And it isn't long before you get like 7 or 8 hits in and you manage to beat this guy once and for all. Just play the waiting game and try not to run into him on accident, and you should be fine. If you can hit him before he disappears, that's good. Also, he always appears on the right side of the screen, and he always moves to the left somehow. He always moves to the left in one of 3 ways. And there he is. Gone. And we now have 5 hearts, which is signified by this big heart. I have looked into it, and yes, 5 hearts is the maximum that you can get. And let's see if we can get the... I couldn't do it. Great. But anyway, now that we've beaten the mummified cat boss, Chip closes the Urn of the Pharaohs, and all the ghosts disappear. It doesn't look like it because the lid for the Urn of the Pharaohs is flickering in and out there, but trust me, it's there. You then hear from Fat Cat, who apparently always speaks to you. I almost said he speaks to himself in like some weird sort of disembodied voice. And we're gonna have to go to the amusement park if we want to catch up with him. Here we are at the amusement park, and turns out Fat Cat's not gonna make it that easy, because he controls the entire amusement park, and he's gonna make us put in the work if we want to see him again and capture him once for all. Apparently. We need to find him in the control room, but in order to get to the control room, we have to find 3 access keys hidden in 3 different areas of the park. This is the part where you finally have a choice on where to go, but it's not much of a choice. You only have 3 choices, and this is about it. And regardless of how you beat these 3 stages, in which order you do it, you always end up in the control room no matter what. I'm going to go ahead and do the clock tower. Alright, we got a couple new enemies here, such as these guys. These guys hammer the floor, and that always cause nails to pop out, those little mole guys. And then there's this guy, these rat guys. If I can get him completely on screen, he'll start attacking me. There we go. He plugs the 2 plugs into that machine there, and he always shocks himself. And when he does it, he sends 2 shockwaves across the floor on both sides. If you hit him while he electrocutes himself, it starts the electrocution attack pattern over, and he shoots 2 more. So you actually have to wait for him to stop before you can attack him. By the way, the nails that these guys shoot out, they do hurt you. Also, we have these platforms. You have to be on those platforms in order to be in those parts with the platforms. You can't stand on like the little conveyor belt parts, because those are not solid. Only the platform is solid. Also, these gear platforms, if you let them move you to the edge, you will fall off. This isn't like Super Castlevania 4. They didn't go that far ahead. Some of them will move you to the left, some of them will move you to the right, and if you get moved to the edge and you stay there, you will get pushed off. Also, these are platforms and they don't move you around in any way. Alright, now that we got the explanation of basically everything about the clock tower out of the way, might as well concentrate on getting some more Rescue Ranger icons. And try not to get knocked off somehow. And I thought I would be able to do that. There we go. And there's an acorn there if you need it. Just pick it up right there in the far right corner there. Might as well go ahead and grab some more crates here. Also, music here is really jolly. Then again, this is a clock tower in an amusement park, so I wouldn't put it past the game to do this. Also, there's an acorn here, in case you couldn't tell. You go away. I managed to get past this part rather easily. Now to take on the Atris boss. You want to avoid the Atris boss as the Atris moves around. When it shoots the gears and moves all the way to the other side to shoot more gears, it will then start using... Well, you want to be ready for when this guy or this girl or whoever jumps onto the platforms. Apparently, seemed to be a bit of a pattern going on. But when the boss approaches you, you always want to be on these platforms in the corners at all times. And when the boss approaches you, you always want to jump over it from the platform. Because that's why. Takes some time to get used to. But if you keep doing it like I do it, you should be able to stand a little bit of a chance. Apparently the movements are dictated by RNG. But, thankfully, despite the randomness, I had a little less randomness, or so it seemed, going on in my practice run. So because of that, it seemed a little easier here in the recording. And now we have 6 continues. I want to think those are continues. I'm not quite sure. But you should have plenty of lives to get through the game regardless. Especially with these bonus areas. And easy 2-up. So, we now have one of the keys. And we've beaten 2 levels, just like we have in the last 2 videos. So I'm going to save Western and Future World for the next video. Join me next time, where I go through these 2 worlds and hopefully close in on the control room. So until then, this is Prince Watercrest. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!